돼지?
What's up, 청양고추 vibe 18s? We have some sausages. Hey.
The f was that? Hello everybody, we have some sausages and today we're reacting to ATEEZ Outlaw.
Don't tell me it's the end.
It is the end.
Don't tell me. I said don't tell me.
We've been on this journey for quite some time. Their newest album was just unforgettable, right? Starting from Bouncy, we went back to This World and went through the album in order. We finally got to Outlaw. This is the last track. There was Dune, there was Django. There was Wake Up. Wake Up was incredible. In the comments every time when I asked, what's the most badass song from this album? What's your favorite song? Everybody had different answers because every track indeed was, in retrospect,
they were all shouting out.
It was so strong. And this is probably the only album that we've reacted to where without the music video, we could clearly envision the world.
Oh yeah, that is so true.
The storyline,
so
the
true.
world, the concept, it was so clear. And you know ATEEZ lore is just next level. At first we thought, ooh, it's a complicated lore. And you know, a lot of groups have lores and complex lore. So we thought, okay. But as we followed ATEEZ from A to Z, we learned that their lore is something else.
Yep.
It's not just for the sake of it. It has clear links to their music.
It's not just showing random stuff.
No, not at all.
Oh, we're fairies and you're doing that and this.
No,
but
everything is meticulously planned and it has clear purpose musically and narratively.
Also, it has a storyline of each album.
Exactly.
Right away.
Exactly. And it really adds to the experience. And as we're reacting to Kingdom, we're learning more and more and appreciating more and more of ATEEZ lore because it really helps us kind of stay intact and understand the chronological world building of their musical albums, and it's brilliant. We love it.
And in my opinion, I think this album was the hardest hitting albums that I've ever heard in my life.
Wow, that's a big statement.
Yeah, because it's like every single song was like just tearing apart.
Yeah,
like,
it was strong.
Tearing out.
Yeah, we're getting regular checkups now at the hospital, and it's not looking good because of this album. But anyways, thank you everybody who actually recommended us that we react to ATEEZ from the start and all that. It's been a blast. So right here, everybody who's supporting our channel, thank you very much. If you want to have a say in what we react to next, get extra contents and all those lovely stuff, check out our Patreon page. The link is in the description below. We are reacting to, again, ATEEZ from A to Z from their very first song, and we're going up, as well as Kingdom, Legendary War, where ATEEZ is just ripping it apart.
We're grateful because we still have albums to
there's tons of stuff to cover. So if you want to be part of that journey, head over to our Patreon page. Again, the link is in the description below. Now let's get to the song.
With the photos of the lyrics videos, I don't know why, but it feels like they're telling goodbyes.
Yeah, and maybe this song won't be as hard because like so far it's been very apocalyptic. Maybe we're completely wrong and the photos are misleading. Let's check it out. 3, 2, 1, click. Wrong.
Okay, who said goodbye?
Outlaw. I like this rap line. This flow. Ooh.
Wow. Whoa. Whoa.
Wow.
Wait.
Oh, that is dope harmony. And it's on the left, slightly on the right. And it's on the bottom, the lower. Wow, this is fascinating.
Somehow I thought the other one was pre-chorus. Then there was actual pre-chorus.
That's true. No way!
Give me that, give me hit it bang, run it back. I'm a better way, never better play. It's a bang, do the good shot. It's a power time. Such a gimmick style, 이유 있는 건 봐.
Ooh.
On my way, your move, I can only get you there. 어둠 속에서 긴장하지 마. 거칠어진 내 눈빛, 뜨거워져 내 몸이 잊어버릴 것 같은
Even until the last track, there.
This is my second one.
Silence? Do you hear the
Yep, I give up. You know, before this reaction started, I promised myself that I wouldn't freeze at the end. And I was kind of hopeful because the photos were nice.
Even the ending percussion.
Yeah.
So we started with that.
Okay.
Just like you said, because of the picture, we really thought, yeah, it was gonna be like mellowy song with guitar or I don't know, with piano.
Yeah, but I didn't think this would be harder than previous songs. Like, what the fuck, man?
That's what I thought.
Like, even if it's hard, like, I thought, ooh, it's hard. We got it wrong. But not like fucking one of the hardest shit from the album. You know what this album feels like? It feels like from track 1, they've been stabbing us like a little bit, right? Like, and then, oh, wow, you started with the stab. Oh my god. And then like another knife. And then by the end, we're like, oh, this looks nice. It should be a spoon. But even if you're wrong, it's going to be a fork, not a... And then they bring like a chainsaw. They just... I don't know where to start, so I'll just go like random. When we did Wake Up, we talked about how ATEEZ always has this progression where they do have a structure, right? They do have verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, but they change things up in each section so much that it feels like the song is simply progressing through like a line instead of ping-ponging back and forth and touching base with those sections. It feels like one long single thing prolonged into like a 3-minute piece. This one as well, it feels like, okay, first of all, not only was it very misleading that, oh, this should be the pre-chorus like you said, but it wasn't. But then by the time we finished the chorus with that silence and the drop, which almost killed us, even when they return to the verse, it feels different again because again they're playing around with instruments, the mixing to a great enough degree that it doesn't feel the same. So again, by the time the song finishes, we don't know what to talk about because there's no anchor point. You know what I mean? It's the whole thing is one giant thing. But that drop was dope. That silence and the acapella drop.
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy. And the big thing with this one is that harmony, that vocal harmony. Because when it started with the siren, Outlaw, it makes sense. But then it quickly transitioned into this harmony building thing, especially in the front part, like the verse part.
Yeah, the verse beat.
Where you hear like the harmony here on the left, but then there's this like an octave lower harmony at one section where it's like coming from here-ish. I'm talking about where the sound is spatially. Really easy to miss, especially if it's like here, like which I've never seen. It's usually somewhere here, but yeah, that mix was dope.
I don't know if they actually had a synth, but that fake pre-chorus was compiled with the harmonizations, and then it kind of made me feel like that was the synth. The whole time it was like the bass, rhythm, and the voice and the harmonies. That was kind of clever. And I think the kick source they used is the hardest and the heaviest I've ever heard from ATEEZ. I think the whole album is like dystopian or apocalyptic. Somehow this one made it as like a popular style song, and then they compressed it everything together, and they blended it, and it also has an element of that, dystopian or stuff like that. But,
That is true.
but a little bit positive this time.
Yeah.
Somehow, but just killing everybody.
Yeah, because by the end, like when we thought that we figured out the song now, they switched things up with
Yeah.
the bridge and the outro, right?
Yeah.
And that was just dang. Interesting that they begin with this world, that proclamation type of song where it feels like you're at this giant stadium listening to ATEEZ talk about
Yeah.
this world.
Uh-huh.
And then you end with them kind of running away. Because the big question here was, right, are they villains or heroes doing wrong to the people who have already done wrong, right? If they're fighting against the system, is that a villain or a hero? And they're really playing around with that idea by ending the album with what feels like them exiting.
Right.
Almost being like this loop of we'll have to run away now kind of feeling. I'm not talking about lyrics, I'm talking about the feeling, because the intro I feel like should have begun with that in a conventional album and ended with this world type of domination. But for them it's beginning with that and then with them running away at the end, which I think is a brilliant way to structure an album story. Again, not lyrics, but that's the thematic flow, which I think is clever. Yeah.
Continuing to your opinion, I also think that the running thing is really great. On top of it, it feels like they're running like with a triumph.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah, like
They are the winner. They are the winner. But
they're
they
having the smile like, huh.
Yeah, exactly. But usually other groups would start with that feeling and then build up on it. But for them, they start with something that is really heavy, mysterious, right, force to be reckoned with, and then almost turn cartoonish in that regard where they're like and then and that's why there's this positive vibe to this song, right? Because of that kind of image,
and even by the rhythm itself is very danceable
compared to
the the others were like they're melting your skin and brain.
Wow, this is see, it sucks because ending with this kind of sound makes you crave for more, and I think that was like the whole point, like, oh wait, now they're exiting, what happens next? It's not over, the story's not over, right? So I guess we'll have to wait and see for the next album, but
I mean, how do you come up with these kind of ideas all the time since the beginning?
I don't know.
Staff members of KQ, are you guys like, do they point a gun at you? Something like that?
Yeah, we don't want this album to end, so please let us know if there are other live clips or performance videos that we can check out, dance practice, whatever you want to see, drop the comment down below. We'll go through it and see what's popular. For now, that's it. We'll have to wait and see for the next album. But again, we're going to check out other things and keep this journey going on. So until then, bye-bye. Trirata,
Ruby Blue Day,
Taylor's Fitak,
Curry Pritchett,
Alexis Malia,
Mayhem,
Joanne,
Jessica Yours,
Quest Leo,
Lila Edwards,
Boris, Precision,
Sarah,
Sai,
Stephanie Sandoval,
Ziandra,
Charlene,
Liz,
Mary Pond Hook,
Lynn Onnesborg,
Lizzie,